Thank you so much. I'm very excited and very pleased to be here today and to also listen to the honorable ministers, including Professor Sachs. Since yesterday, we've engaged in a number of deliberations. The UN Secretary General, Antonio Guterres, spoke strongly about the art of listening, both listening to the current generation of young people about how they would want this education to be transformed. Yesterday itself, we launched a very landmark document, which is the Youth Declaration on Transforming Education, emphasizing the role of decolonizing education and giving young people opportunities and pathways for learning and transformation. Since 2015, SDSN Youth with the support of SDSN, has been mobilizing young people, and our pathway to innovation and building the next generation of ethical leaders is quite unique. We believe that for one to make the right informed decisions, they need to be educated. So over the last 5 years, we've mobilized about 4,100 young people across 127 countries, giving them an understanding to the SDGs, showing them pathways to understanding the challenges their communities face, and ultimately giving them the practical tools for them to take action for sustainable development. And we are seeing transformation in their communities and how they've become responsive to the needs of their communities. Across our global programs, we are working on sustainable campuses through our SDG Students program, practically giving young people opportunities for them to educate others and give them tools and skills to take action in communities. We believe that by 2030, it is estimated that about 50% of the global population will live in urban cities. So how do we educate the next generation of young people to think about mobility, to think about reducing the urban heat highland, to think about ways through which we can live in cities that are responsive to the climate? We are at a defining moment in history where we have 1.8 billion young people. And trust me, this is the only opportunity that we can leverage and take advantage of this demographic dividend. If young people are not empowered today, if they are not given the tools and skills to become informed leaders, then posterity will judge us harshly. But at the same point, it's about accessing these tools. We've tried to access these tools through different platforms. Professor Sachs referred to the SDG Academy, which has a plethora of tools, and SDSN youth members around the world are accessing these tools and taking action in their respective communities. But also intergenerational education is critical. As an African born and raised in Zambia, I remember how storytelling was a critical aspect to learning. And through the Vatican Youth Symposium, SDSN Youth and its partners, the Pontifical Academy of Sciences and Social Sciences, bring together leaders in business and government, creating strong alliances for learning and education. I believe that creating opportunities through financing these open education resources is the only pathway to empowering young people. We are not supposed to be stingy with information and education. If we can be generous and think about today's youth as the leaders of tomorrow, then we are going to transform this education. I believe that a transformed education is an education that is responsive to the needs of today's youth, which includes responsive to young people's belief in climate change, young people's belief in mental well-being, but also, most importantly, young people's strong values in justice and creating fair economies. All of us can play a critical role, and it's up to us to think about how we can contribute to transforming an education that is fair and just. Thank you.